Binge or Bin from The Independent, giving you the lowdown on which TV shows are binge-worthy and which ones are bin-worthy. This week we'll be discussing Series 2 of Back to Life and Amazon Prime Video's Kevin Can F Himself.
We've also caught up with the highly anticipated HBO reboot of Gossip Girl and Netflix's latest gritty thriller, Clickbait.
And we'll introduce you to our picks of hidden gems we think you should be watching.
Hey Jacob.
Oh, hey Annabel, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
So, let's talk TV. You've been watching Back to Life Season 2?
I have been watching Back to Life. So, Back to Life is a British show created by Daisy Haggard with her writing partner Laura Solon. The first series aired a few years ago, and it's now back for a second series that she wrote in lockdown. But the series follows her character Miri. She lives in Kent, but she's actually trying to ingratiate herself back into society after serving an 18-year prison sentence for killing her friend as a teenager. Now, it's quite dark material for a comedy show, but what it does so well is it balances the darkness with hilarity in a way that I've not seen in a while, and full credit to Solon and especially Haggard, who plays Miri Matterson, for managing to do that with ease. You watch it and it just seems so seamless.
This could be me. I could be impressive and have shoes that have heels on and hair. Do you know what? I'm going to own this.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
And now it's been given a second series. I'm really happy to report it's just a step up, and it's yet another addition to BBC Three's produced comedy and drama output in recent years. The surrounding cast members are great. You've got Adil Akhtar, who plays a neighbour who kind of takes her under her wing, and you've got Geraldine James playing her mum. I think the writing is just so strong, and that's what makes it really watchable. Haggard is a talent. She's obviously had a long and storied career in comedy shows. She was in Uncle, she was in Green Wing, a very small role in Green Wing back in the early noughties, and most recently she can be seen alongside Martin Freeman in Breeders. But this is her show, this is her time to shine, and shine she does.
So it sounds like it's a pretty clear answer, but is it a binge or a bin?
It's a big binge. Back to Life is a binge.
Janice?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Have you heard something?
No. Stay out of trouble.
Why would I stay in trouble? I stay out of trouble. Bing, bang, boom.
Huh? What's a bing bang bong?
An imaginary drum?
So Annabel, you've been watching the reboot everyone has been hoping for, Gossip Girl.
Yes, I have. So as a die-hard fan of the original series, I was super hyped for the reboot. And then when it was announced that HBO were doing it, I thought that was a big indication that it would be actually good. So for those who don't know, Gossip Girl was based on a series of novels, and it ran from 2007 to 2012. And across the 6 seasons, it developed like a massive fan base and a reputation for being just like really good trash TV. Leighton Meester and Blake Lively starred as these two frenemies, Blair and Serena, and they kind of ran New York City and their very prestigious school, Constance Billard. But then there was this anonymous blog called Gossip Girl who kind of threatened to turn their lives upside down by airing their dirty laundry. So whereas in the original series, there's like this big overarching mystery about who Gossip Girl is, in this reboot, within the first 5 minutes, this isn't a spoiler, you kind of find out that the teachers at Constance Billard have decided to take over the Gossip Girl account and use it to punish their students for being mean girls, essentially. And so the link between that and kind of making them better people and holding them to account feels tenuous at best. The cast is kind of mostly made up of newcomers, except for famous blogger herself, Tabby Gevinson, who makes her acting debut here, and she plays Kate Keller, the English teacher, kind of taking the reins on the whole Gossip Girl plan. She's good in the role, and you've kind of got your routine storylines: sex, scandal, friendships, backstabbing.
Friends. She is a stranger who has found herself in your friend group with your boyfriend.
I do think that the best thing about the original Gossip Girl was we were just watching bad people do bad things, and there was nothing wrong with that. That's why people loved it. And here I feel like they're kind of trying to put this moral sensibility, like they don't want us to think the characters are bad people, which is what the whole appeal of the first Gossip Girl was. So I think it's kind of lost its way.
Is the reboot a binge or a bin?
Oh, I'm really sad to report, and I say sad because I was so excited for it. It's a bin.
Why is Gossip Girl out to get us?
I'm not just known I'm influential.
So I've been watching a new series called Kevin Can F Himself, which is coming to Amazon Prime Video a few months after its US debut. Kevin Can F Himself is 2 shows in one, essentially. You've got the bright coloured, zippy jokes sitcom, pretty similar to The Big Bang Theory and Kevin James's Kevin Can Wait, which I think is what this title is inspired by. And the opening scene shows this. It's just a classic sitcom. You're a bit like, what's going on here? I didn't realise this was this kind of show. And then you see the main character, played by Schitt's Creek star Annie Murphy. Her name is Alison, and she leaves the room, shuts the door, bright colours are gone, canned laughter gone. We're no longer in a sitcom anymore. There's drug taking, there's swearing, there's gore, and essentially you see Alison slowly, as the episodes go on, start to, to borrow a term from another TV show, to break bad. And we're kind of seeing the sitcom wife, who is at the source of, misogynistic joke after misogynistic joke. We see her life outside of the world of the sitcom. And you slowly realise that Valerie Armstrong's show is basically skewering how women are treated in sitcoms and have been for decades now. It's really quite something. It's very biting in a way that I think networks might actually think twice about how they present their female characters and how the male characters speak to the female characters from here on out. It becomes a bit stale as the first few episodes go on, but you realise as it continues that there's a reason why we're staying in this sitcom world, or why Barry Armstrong is keeping us in there for as long as we are, not to give anything away. But I'm saying that to tantalise viewers because I feel like some people will be like, it's an ambitious failure when it's actually an ambitious success. It's worth noting that Barry Armstrong hasn't really got any previous credits beyond a few writing credits on the TV show Lodge 49, which was cancelled, which is staggering to see her get her own show here. It's so great to see that people are getting given talent based on really ambitious premises.
So is it a binge, or is it more like a slow burner, or is it a bin?
It's a binge. It's definitely one to dedicate some time to.
So I've been watching Clickbait, and this is a cliched way to introduce this, but Clickbait definitely lives up to its name. No matter how much the premise of kidnapping and murder and this sordid use of social media pulls you in from the trailer, it definitely doesn't live up to that. It's not worth the click. So the basic premise is this. Nick Brewer is a physical therapist living in California, and seemingly this stand-up family man. All of a sudden he goes missing, and hours later a video emerges on social media of Nick beat up and apparently under duress admitting to assaulting all these women. The video then ends with him saying that if it gets 5 million views, he'll be killed. Obviously it goes viral, and it kind of looks at the fallout of what that video means for his loved ones. So Clickbait is an Australian-American production by showrunners Tony Ayres and Christian White, the second of whom was part of the team behind one of my favourite horror movies of last year, Relic, with Emily Mortimer and Bella Heathcote. But Clickbait offers no such scares or tension or depth, for that matter.
There's a new video. It's worse.
Cast-wise, you've got some familiar faces. Adrian Grenier from Entourage stars as Nick, and the Big Six star Zoe Kazan stars as his sister, Pia, while Get Out actor Betty Gabriel is the wife, Sophie. And the series kind of grapples with Instagram, clickbait, catfishing, doxing. It talks about the Me Too movement, but I think what really is the show's downfall is it really doesn't do anything besides name check them. It's not a comprehensive or intriguing exploration of any of these things. And probably its biggest fault is the runtime. It's simply way too long, so that when the revelation does actually come out, it feels pretty predictable and safe and falls flat.
Whoa, so is Clickbait a binge or a bin?
It's definitely a bin. I've got 2 bins this week, which is rare, but yeah, no, Clickbait is Clickbait.
So on Binge or Bin, we like to highlight the hidden gems that you should be watching, the ones that you might not have heard about and we think should be on your radar. So this week, my hidden gem is a film called BABYTEETH. Now, BABYTEETH, it had a strong festival debut in 2019, and it was released in the UK last year. And you know when you watch a film and you immediately think this is one I'm going to be rewatching for years to come, BABYTEETH was that for me. It's an Australian coming-of-age film directed by Shannon Murphy, who's directed episodes of Killing Eve, and it is based on the stage play by Rita Cowdershay, who actually wrote the script here as well. And it's about a young girl diagnosed with cancer who meets and falls in love with a quite a bit older drug addict named Moses.
I hate to ask you this. I'm trying to put some money together to get a bed in a shelter.
I only got 50.
50? That's too much. I can't.
Can split it.
No. 50's okay.
And her parents don't really know what to do because she has cancer, she might not survive very long, they don't know whether they should let her live her life how she wants to live it. And I think the casting is genius in BABYTEETH. You have Eliza Scanlon, a young Australian actor who's previously been seen in Sharp Objects, playing Amy Adams' sister, and you've got Toby Wallace playing the rebellious Moses, who just will ensconce his way into your heart. He's so great, and I really can't wait to see him in more things. And her parents, you have Essie Davis and Ben Mendelsohn, who are just two great actors. The music in the film, the soundtrack is so good. It's really fun. It's really, the dialogue, it is like you're watching a play, so it makes sense that Cowdershay wrote the script as well, and it's based on a play, because there are certain scenes that are set at dinner tables, set at parties, set at gatherings, where you just really kind of feel you're watching real people interact with one another. Please watch BABYTEETH. It is on Netflix.
So my hidden gem this week is Godless, which is a 7-part mini-series on Netflix that was released in 2017. And when it came out, there was, rightfully so, really good reviews, but I'm still kind of surprised to hear that so many people haven't seen it. The series is set in 1884 and it is a stunningly shot western starring Skins star Jack O'Connell, Michelle Dockery of Downton Abbey fame, and Argo star Scoot McNairy. So O'Connell plays Roy Good, who's essentially this outlaw on the run from his enemies, a gang led by a wonderfully wicked Jeff Daniels. And Roy kind of seeks sanctuary at the house of this widow, this woman named Alice Fletcher, who is your strong, independent type that's been shunned from the local town of LaBelle, which has a story of its own, that there was a mining accident that kind of wiped out the town's population, and now it's essentially a women-only town, a frontier town.
Someone's gotta look after things around here. A town full of ladies. Bang, bang. It's ripe fruit for the wicked.
I don't want to give too much away, not just because of spoilers, but also because it's kind of hard to. The storylines are kind of sprawling, but all very intriguing. Writer Scott Frank, who previously wrote on another of Netflix's big hits, The Queen's Gambit, and was also behind Marvel's Wolverine origin story, Logan, does a really good job here with character development and dialogue and just keeping it interesting and keeping the series moving in new, exciting directions. Of course, this being a Western, there's some really good action scenes and thrilling gunfights to kind of balance out those quieter moments of the show. It is such a fun watch, and it's 7 parts. You can knock it out in an evening or 2. Godless, go watch it.
Thanks so much for watching Binge or Bin. A few things there for you to watch, a few things there for you not to watch, but hopefully that will keep you occupied until we see you again next time. Like or comment below, and subscribe for more from Independent TV.